First, you'll need 1/2 US cup or 120 grams of water, and then 1 1/4 cups all-purpose flour. I am using all-purpose flour kasi gusto natin super soft and tender ang ating tinapay. Kapag bread flour kasi, mas magiging chewier ang texture since higher ang protein content niya. By the way, kapag naghahalo ng tubig at harina sa bowl, magandang unahin ng tubig para ma-minimize yung dikit ng harina sa bowl. Haluin nyo lang itong mabuti hanggang ma-moisten lahat ng harina at maging equally distributed ang tubig. Tapos, let this rest for an hour. Sa recipe video na ito, I am assuming na wala pa kayong stand mixer, so mano-mano ang pagmamasa, kaya napaka-importante ng step na ito. Technically, ang tawag dito ay autolysis. Sa prosesong ito, hinahayaan natin na mag-interact ang tubig at harina to form gluten on its own bago pa natin siya imasa, para mas konti lang yung time na kailangan nyo para magmasa ng tinapay. Question, pwede ba na hindi gawin to? Pwede naman, pero mas matagal nga lang yung pagmamasa to form enough gluten, madodoble yung oras na kailangan. So kung ayaw mong mapagod ng bonggang-bongga sa pagmamasa, be patient and do this step. While waiting, pwede mo nang i-prepare ang iyong cheese sticks. To know exactly how much, nag-deconstruct talaga ako ng cheese roll ng Mary Grace at nalaman ko na about 20 grams of cheese per cheese roll ang nilalagay nila. So, ganun din ang ilalagay natin dito. Make sure din na ilabas mo na sa ref ang iyong 1/4 cup or 56 grams unsalted butter na ihahalo mo sa dough later. You need about 30 minutes to really soften your butter. After an hour, pwede na nating idagdag ang isang large egg yolk. Ito ay about 20 grams. Dito, mapapansin mo na may laban na at may smoothness na rin ang ating dough dahil nga nakapag-form na siya ng gluten on its own. Make sure to incorporate the egg yolk well before adding your dry ingredients. Question, pwede bang whole eggs ang gamitin? Pwede naman po. Actually, mas gusto ko nga talaga whole eggs ang gamitin kasi nanghihinayang ako. Pero dahil hack ito, kailangan kong i-pursue yung texture ng mismong cheese rolls ng Mary Grace. Sa pag-test ko kasi, kapag whole eggs ang gamit, mas chewier ang texture. Kasi nga naman, may protein content ang egg whites. Kung okay yun sa'yo, then go ahead and use whole eggs. Just make sure to decrease the amount of water by 30 grams kasi 30 grams ang egg whites at mostly water siya. Now, we can add 1/2 cup or 25 grams potato flakes. Mamaya explain ko ang importance ng potato flakes habang nagmamasa. 1 teaspoon instant yeast, 1/2 teaspoon salt. Hindi ko masyadong nailayo dito pero magandang ilayo yung salt sa yeast. Tapos 1 1/2 teaspoons milk powder. Haluin mabuti by hand. This is the start of the kneading process. Ngayon, let me just explain the importance of potato flakes in this recipe kasi I'm sure maraming magtatanong kung pwedeng hindi lagyan o ano ang pwedeng substitute. According sa pag-aaral, ang pagsasubstitute ng up to 15% potato flakes in place of flour will increase softness, tenderness, and moistness ng tinapay. And I really believe na ito talaga ang sikreto ng cheese rolls ng Mary Grace. Kaya meron siyang very soft and tender texture. Yung walang laban kapag kinagat mo tapos fluffy siya pero mapipitpit pag pinisa mo. If you want that kind of texture, use potato flakes. You can decrease the proportion of substitution by half if you want. So instead of 25 grams, gawin mo lang 12 grams. Make sure lang idagdag yung 13 grams na binawas mo sa flour. So instead of 156 grams flour, magiging 169 grams na. Kung ayaw mo gumamit ng potato flakes at all, okay lang din naman. Pero you won't get that super tender texture kahit pag gumamit ka ng tanchong method. So after 3 minutes of kneading, you can now add half of your butter. Incorporate this well. Pag nahalo ng mabuti ang first half ng butter, you can now add your 2 tablespoons or 25 grams sugar and the other half of your butter. Weird, bakit ngayon lang dinadagdag ang sugar? I recently read na mas madali raw i-incorporate ang butter sa sugarless dough at mas madali ring mag-form ang gluten kapag wala munang sugar. Ito ay mga bagay na gusto natin kaya ganito yung order ng pagdagdag ng asukal. Knead this for another 3 to 4 minutes and then you're ready to check if well kneaded na ang iyong dough. Notice that I have not used any flour in kneading up to this point. Ayaw kasi nating masira yung balance ng harina at tubig natin. Gagamit ka lang ng harina kapag mag-check ka na kung well kneaded na ang iyong dough. Just sprinkle your work surface with about a tablespoon of flour, tapos continue kneading with the heel of your hand to form a ball. At this point, kung sapat na ang pagmamasa mo, makikita mo na smooth na ang iyong dough at kapag pinindot mo ang dough, nagba-bounce back siya agad. Tapos, pwede mo rin gawin yung tinatawag na window pane test para maka-triple sure ka na talagang well-kneaded na ang iyong dough kasi very important yon. So, kumuha ka lang ng kapiraso ng inyong dough, tapos i-flour mo yung iyong kamay para hindi mag-stick sa'yo, tapos gently pull the dough. Kapag kaya niyang ma-stretch into a thin film such that light will pass through as you can see dito sa video, then okay na or sapat na ang pagmamasa mo. Meron ng sapat na gluten na na-form. Okay na, pwede mo nang i-rest ang iyong dough for about an hour. Make sure smooth at inoil ang bowl na pag-aalsahan ng iyong dough para walang sasagabal sa pag-angat niya. After 1 hour, you can now portion and shape your dough. Pero how do you know kung sapat na ang alsa? Tulad kanina, i-press mo lang ang iyong dough gently. If it bounces back ever so slightly and ever so slowly, pwede na. Make sure na i-flour ang iyong daliri para hindi dumikit. Kung underproofed ang dough, magbabounce back siya agad. Kapag overproofed naman, hindi siya mag-move at all. Now, let's portion our dough. Sa aking pag-deconstruct ng cheese rolls ng Mary Grace, I found na ang bawat isa ay about 56 grams. Tapos, tulad ng nabanggit ko kanina, 20 grams ang cheese. Yung butter at sugar topping ay about 6 to 8 grams, kaya ang pinakatinapay ay nasa 30 grams lang. I highly recommend using a digital scale to make sure pantay ang sukat ng inyong tinapay at sabay-sabay silang maluluto. Now, at this point, gusto ko lang sabihin na personally, hindi ko pine-prefer yung ganitong proportion. I find it really overwhelming. Mas gusto ko na 10 grams lang yung cheese, tapos 50 grams yung tinapay, tapos yung topping is good sa 6 to 8 grams. So, nasa sa inyo po. Kung gusto nyo yung talagang katulad ng Mary Grace, then go ahead and follow this proportion na ipapakita ko sa inyo. Pero kung overwhelming din yon para sa inyo, then you can try my recommended proportion. 50 grams yung dough, 10 grams yung cheese, tapos 6 to 8 grams yung pinaka-topping. Okay, so in this recipe, we can make 12 cheese rolls. So what I did is I weighed the whole dough and divided it by 12 so I get the exact weight of each dough. It's about 34 grams each. Mababawasan yan after baking. After getting the right weight, fold the edges towards the bottom to form a ball and then seal the edges at the bottom by cupping the ball of dough with your hand and rotating it against the table. Do this right after weighing each ball to allow each portion to rest before filling with cheese. Pag nirest nyo kasi siya, mas madali siyang i-manipulate. After this, just use your hand to gently stretch the dough and place the cheese inside. Yung smooth top ang ilalatag sa table. Yan ang magiging pinaka-top ng cheese roll. Tapos, gamitin ang cheese stick as reference sa kung gaano kalaki stretch ang dough. Longitudinally, dapat about ½ inch lang ang excess. Tapos, laterally, enough lang to cover the cheese. Target natin ay pantay-pantay ang dough na nakapaligid sa cheese. By the way, optional na i-brush nyo ito with egg wash after ma-form to facilitate browning. Just add 1 tablespoon water to your excess egg white and brush the top. I didn't see the need kasi lalagyan naman ng topping, pero you can do this. After this, you need to rest the dough again. This will take about 45 minutes, pero mag-alarm ka for 30 minutes so you can preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. How do you know kung sapat ng pangalawang alsa? Same lang sa unang alsa. Flour your finger, press gently, and look for that ever so slight bounce. Then, bake for 17 to 19 minutes. You will know it's baked through kung may hollow sound kapag pinitik mo, yung taas. Cool this completely before slathering with butter para hindi matunaw yung inyong butter. While cooling, make sure na nakalabas na sa ref ang iyong butter to really soften it. Masisira ang taas ng tinapay kapag pinilit pahiran ng matigas pa na butter. Sa paglagay ng topping, I recommend that you use a digital scale as well, tulad ng nakikita ninyo. So you know exactly how much you're putting at consistent din ang magiging lasa. I place about 5 grams of butter each and then sprinkled with about 3/4 teaspoon of white sugar. If you're packing this individually, ilagay mo na sa ref for 15 minutes para mag-firm up lang ang topping at hindi maging messy ang pagbabalot. Ayun, so as I've said, super detailed ng recipe video na ito. Siksik, liglig at umaapaw ang value nito. And I hope you will take advantage of this kasi sa iba, babayaran nyo pa to get this amount of value or information. I am looking forward to seeing your finished products. Please tag me on Facebook and Instagram. And don't forget to like and share this video. Last but not the least, subscribe for more legit and reliable recipes. Sa uulitin!